This fall, guns will take center stage on Washington's November ballot with two initiatives. And they have a lot of people talking. KXLY4's John Hendricks working for you tonight. And John, what will I-594 do if it passes?
Well, Nadine, the initiative would require gun owners to work through a licensed dealer if they want to sell or transfer ownership of a gun. Those for it say it closes a loophole, while those against it say you need to read between the lines. A lot of money already pouring into campaigns for Initiative 594. If passed, it would widen the scope of background checks. To buy, sell, or transfer ownership of a gun or firearm, you would be required to work through a licensed dealer, public or private, so a background check can be done.
Statistics show that firearm deaths on our armed officers in states that have passed this, closing this loophole, have actually gone down.
Spokane City Council President Ben Stuckert supports the initiative because he says it will close a loophole and keep guns out of the hands of those he says don't need them.
I don't support that felons and the mentally ill and other child abusers and domestic abusers having guns in our community. It's just a small loophole we need to close.
But those against it say it will do more.
594 is titled Universal Background Check, but the text of it is Universal Gun Registration.
Robin Ball, the owner of Sharpshooting Indoor Range and Gun Shop in Spokane, says the initiative is poorly written.
It changes the waiting period for purchasers, and it changes the waiting period if you want to borrow your brother's gun to go hunting.
She adds it will add more paperwork and a greater expense to you if you have to have a background check done.
It's going to put more burden on law enforcement in running serial numbers and checking the firearm, and more burden on the dealers and holding them, and way more paperwork.
This isn't the ultimate solution to gun violence. It's just a piece of the puzzle. But I think everything we can do, like closing a background check loophole, is something moving forward.
With 4 months till Election Day, both campaigns say they'll be out trying to educate you and win over your vote. Now, there is a second initiative on the ballot dealing with guns, Initiative 591. Now, if that is passed, it would make it illegal for government agencies to take a firearm without due process.
And both sides pouring a lot of money into these campaigns.
Yeah, there is. Since the process began more than 2 years ago, or more than a year ago, rather, $2.6 million have been poured into this campaign. Wow. And just 4 months until the election, you can imagine that number is likely to head up.
All right, thanks so much for that, John.